Hi, how are you? Are you? Yes, he is. You're the one that my mother. He's the one. You're on camera. I'm sorry. It's okay. No, it's okay.
How are you?
Are you?
Yes, he is. You're the one that my mother.
He's the one.
You're on camera.
Jim Carrey doesn't make people haha, he utterly smashes them. When Jim is in the room, no one's composure stands a chance, from A-list actors to late-night hosts. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. The Physical Disadvantage Compliment.
I wanted to talk to you because you're amazing and I'm so excited for you. It's
thanks.
incredible that you've gotten as far as you have with your obvious physical disadvantage.
I wanted to talk to you not because you are that amazing, but because you are so amazing. It's amazing that you have come as far as you have with your obvious physical disadvantage. The interviewer laughed. The audience laughed. The recipient was left wondering if he had been insulted or complimented. The Jim Carrey effect. He says the things you'd expect to be insulting, says them with a straight face, and everyone is left scratching their heads asking what? Jim's superpower is he doesn't tell jokes to people. He invites them into an alternate reality that has been fully built with rules of normal conversation that do not exist. By the time they realize what's going on, they're already laughing. Chapter 2. The Rich People Laugh.
I used to go, that's really funny. You know, now I go, oh!
Jim once said, rich people have a very particular laugh. Then he brought it. Then he showed me. You get fame in little ways, he said. It has transformed my party laughter, he said. What I used to do was go, normal laugh. That was really funny. But now I go, pretentious rich person laugh. The audience erupted. He then showed them the entire spectrum of rich humor, from, oh, how delightful, to, I own a yacht and you don't. It's the old Jim, all right? He takes a nuanced word for human behavior. Success spoils even the most basic expression, and turns it into a physical comedy routine. He doesn't only say that the rich laugh, he becomes it. Chapter 3. The Deaf Dad Joke.
My father is the happiest man on the face of the earth. He laughs after everything you say. And he's deaf in one ear, so he dips and laughs.
Dips and laughs.
Huh?
Jim used to say that his father was the happiest man on the face of the earth. Once you finish speaking, he laughs. However, there are some conditions. His father has one deaf ear. He bows and giggles, Jim explained. Huh? Dips head and laughs. The physical humor is spot on. It is the perfect time. There is true love below all of that. Jim isn't mocking his father. He's celebrating him. He's creating art out of his dad's peculiarities. This is what sets Jim apart from other comedians. He's funny out of love, not out of hate. There's warmth beneath it all, even when he's poking fun at somebody, even when he's poking fun at himself. Chapter 4. Renaming Madagascar.
I just started renaming the cities and countries. There's Zimbabwe over there.
Once I said to myself, the funny thing about it is that I've been interested in this visualization and stuff since the beginning. I've been developing something, kind of real estate at this moment. The interviewer seemed interested. Then Jim dropped the bomb out of the sky. I just began to change the names of the cities and countries. Jamaica, Madagascar, a fun place. A lot of people will be vacationing down in the sunny Caribbean a few years from now. So the interviewer asked him, is this serious? Jim's face was as hard as stone. What can I say? This is something you know. This is Jim at his most out of control. He doesn't want to purchase land, but he wants to purchase property. He wishes to change the name of the whole countries. He'd like to settle his name on Madagascar, with such conviction that for a split second, you almost believe him. Chapter 5. The Golden Globe Speech.
I dream about being 3-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey.
Generally, people take awards cheerfully. Jim Carrey did his flex on Hollywood's creme de la creme. There, when I dream, I do not just dream any dream, I dream of being 3-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carrey. The audience laughed. Jim wasn't kidding. He was manifesting. He had been doing this visualization technique for years. In his pre-stardom days, he'd drive up to Mulholland Drive and see Los Angeles and envision people paying him to see. 1,000 times he had won the Golden Globes in his mind by the time he eventually won them. That's not arrogance, that's preparation. Chapter 6. The Oscars Teleprompter Disaster.
Winning the Oscar is not the most important thing in the world. It's an honor just to be oh God.
Jim was nominated to present the Academy Award for Outstanding Achievement in Film Editing. Simple enough. Read the teleprompter, announce the winner, smile, done. However, the teleprompter was not going to cooperate. Trapped between the words on the screen, which began to scroll in random fashion, was the first line of a message Jim was not expecting. He attempted to catch up. He failed. After that, he simply gave up. It's not like Oscar's the big thing. It's just an honor to be, oh God. He picked up the teleprompter and began to use it as a puppet. Look at this. I can do anything with this. Working, not working. The audience was in tears. The producers must have been on pins and needles. However, when technical difficulties arose, Jim was able to improvise a masterpiece. Chapter 7. The Grinch's Grandson.
Don't call me Grandpa, and he'll go Grandpa, and every time he calls me, I get a little older.
Jim one day admitted, "I'm a granddad unbelievably, but there's one stipulation he has for his grandson. Don't call me Grandpa." Why? Jim says he gets older every time the kid calls him Grandpa. It's a joke, of course. It's also a look into Jim's mind, though. He's not going to keep his distance from growing old, from being the older man he is not. He won't back down from being young. He won't back down from being Jim. The interviewer asked his grandson what his name was. Jim paused. He asked her, "Who are you?" as if he didn't recognize her. The audience laughed. But once again, there was some truth to that. Fame changes relationships. It alters your image, how others talk to you. Jim's comment about not being called Grandpa is actually a comment on not being put in a box. Chapter 8. The Beard and the Balance.
Why are you growing a beard? The question is, why am I growing a beard and still shaving my balls?
Is not "why are you growing a beard," Jim once said. The question is, why do I have a beard and still shave my balls? The interviewer was unable to determine what to look for. The audience clapped and roared with laughter. However, Jim had a theory. If I'm shaved off and then I find myself in a situation like that, then if I ever shave my face again, you'll know where it went. It's like a balance thing. Here's Jim at his most ridiculous. He has brought a mundane question of grooming into a metaphysical exploration of the nature of balance and transfer. Hair doesn't just go away. It migrates. It reallocates. It transforms into a different thing. Ball shaving is only philosophy to Jim Carrey. Chapter 9. The LSD Teleprompter.
For decades, Hollywood has relied upon a special kind of magic. This magic I'm referring to is LSD.
For decades, Hollywood has used a particular type of magic to create movie heroes of all shapes and sizes. This magic is LSD. The audience gasped. The teleprompter man lost his nerve. Jim squinted. I may be reading this wrong, it's animation. He had taken the word animation to mean LSD. It's an honest error. However, Jim being Jim, he didn't just stop himself, he settled for the error. He invited the audience to speculate on how animated movies could be produced with the help of drugs. LSD in the movie industry. Here's some of that stuff you watch sometimes and you're like, yeah, anyway. He didn't complete the statement. He didn't need to. The hint was sufficient. Chapter 10. The Kidding Face.
The kidding face back to you, letting you know that that he's understands that you're kidding. You're an idiot.
Once Jim explained to us about a strange face that they had, which they called the kidding face. The kidding face lets your friend know that you don't really mean what you're saying, and then he does the kidding face back to you, letting you know that he understands that you're kidding. He demonstrated. His face transformed, then he dropped it. You're an idiot. The interviewer chuckled nervously. Jim stared. Go on, you look idiotic bald. This is the risk associated with the kidding face. The joke is sometimes a little too close. Misfortune often befalls the truth. Jim knows this. He's done comedy long enough to realize that all jokes carry risk. He takes the risk, but because that's what makes him great. Chapter 11. The Method Acceptance Speech.
I'd like to thank all the ladies. There's some fine looking in this room tonight, I'll tell you that much.
When Jim Carrey took on the role of Jim Morrison, he was all in. He had the hair, he had the leather pants, he was as drunk as the Late Doors frontman, with a mumbling demeanor. Last but not least, most important to me, I'd like to thank all the ladies. There's some nice looking here tonight, I'll tell you that much. The audience cheered. It was not Jim Carrey being presented with an award. This was Jim Morrison, resurrected, raining down on all who were present. The vast majority of actors do impersonations. Jim has made the character. There's no separation, no selfie stick. There's nothing more sincere and visceral than total commitment. Chapter 12. The Fake News Takedown.
So we sleep together 4 or 5 times a week. Does that mean we're romantically involved?
I want to let people know if they go to the newsstand and read about me in these newspapers, 90% of it is complete crap, pure invention. The interviewer nodded. Then Jim continued. I don't know where they came up with the idea, but I'm sleeping with Dumb and Dumber co-star Lauren Holly 4 or 5 times a week. Does that mean we're romantically connected? I guess not, we're just good friends. This is Jim's genius. He doesn't dismiss the rumor. He concedes that it is true, but in a ridiculous manner. 4 to 5 times a week? Just good friends? The punchline is that what's true is even crazier than what's false. At the end, no one can tell what to believe, including Jim. Jim Carrey is more than a comedian. He makes people laugh. He breaks them. He takes away their composure, their expectations, their normalcy, and he does it with a smile, a wink, and a joking face, and everyone wonder whether he's serious or not. He renamed Madagascar. He took a teleprompter and made it a puppet. He described the spiritual transference of hair that has been shaved. He was awarded the cash of an entertainer, dead rock star. He verified a rumor, making it even more absurd as the rumor. Throughout, he remained in character, because for Jim Carrey, there is no character, there is only Jim. It's for this reason that no one breaks celebrities like him. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video about the chaos of Jim Carrey, give it a thumbs up and sub. Now in the comments, let us know which of Jim Carrey's moments broke you the most. Next one, see you!